Hello dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina, and here on my channel it is all about fragrances. In my previous video in Russian I talked about my scarves, my silk scarves. And I wanted to ask you, are you interested in this video that I do that in English too? If yes, well, I will gladly tell you about my scarf collection. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about new releases of the last year, of the 2021, and of the new releases of this year, 22. I'm going to start with 3 fragrances. Unfortunately, I don't have testers, so I'm going to share with you my impressions that I got after testing these fragrances. The first fragrance is from the legendary fashion brand Chanel number 1 Le Rouge. This is perfumed mist, not even eau de toilette or eau de parfum. This is a series of products, cosmetic products, and also this perfumed mist. It is supposed to be organic, sustainable product. Well, you can argue about it. Maybe it's just according to fashion nowadays. Anyway, I tried this perfume mist on my skin. The first impression after immediate spraying was very nice. It was about rose, iris, camellia. After 15 minutes, in my opinion, this perfume mist becomes cheapy drugstore deodorant, and after 1 hour it disappears. 100 milliliters, and the bottles are only available in 100 milliliters. The current price for this bottle is more than 100 euros, I think 118. I'm not sure whether it's worth it. So try it, and please share with me your opinion about Chanel number 1. The next 2 fragrances that I tried are from the selective range of Maison Lancôme. The first one is Jasmin, and the second one Rose Peonia. Jasmin is a very naturalistic jasmine tea fragrance, not sweet, with a little bitter hint touch, quite natural, but nothing that captured my feelings. The Rose Peony is the classical duetto of rose and peony, quite nice floral musky scent, also quite natural without any additional sugar, not overpowering. But if I'm honest, the current price of these fragrances is around 150 euros. And I think there are other fragrances on the market with a better quality and better projection, better longevity, that are more affordable. Well, please don't get mad at me saying this, but for me it's kind of not really worth having them. But quite nice fragrances. I'm not arguing about that, but I think overpriced. And I'm going to talk about some fragrances that I have testers, and I'm going to begin with Gucci Guilty Eau de Parfum Intense pour Femme. This is the new release, new flanker of Gucci Guilty. So what are the notes listed here? This is fragrance dedicated to tuberose, plum, ylang-ylang, vanilla, patchouli. If you are a tuberose lover and appreciator, you're going to love this fragrance, because tuberose is a predominant note here, with some fruity touch, warm, spicy plum and creamy ylang-ylang. For my nose, quite an offensive smell, overpowering, oversugared, very sweet. But if you like the Guilty range, please try it. You won't be disappointed. Otherwise, of course, it is very long lasting, and the projection is also nice, but you have to love tuberose to appreciate this fragrance. It's not right up my alley, unfortunately. The next one is going to be Valentino, Donna, Born in Rosa, Coral Fantasy, new flanker, released in 2022. This flanker is dedicated to kiwi fruit, orange, rose, jasmine, and white musk. Fruity floral scent with a little sour hint. In my opinion, nothing special. It is a fragrance, it is a flanker that you can have. You can find thousands like this on the market. Nothing special. Well, if you like fruity, floral, inoffensive fragrances, this is quite a good choice, because I think the longevity was quite alright. For my nose, it's just kind of boring and kind of simplistic. Please don't get offended if you like this one. In my opinion, it is a subjective opinion. It's nothing special. So the next fragrance is the new release of Tom Ford Ombré Leather. Original scent was created, I think, in 2018, and now in 22 it was being recreated. As you can see, unisex fragrance dedicated to violet leaf, coriander, leather. Well, it is predominant note here, tobacco, orris, unisex. This is without doubt unisex fragrance, and if you love and if you appreciate leather fragrances with leather touch, this is worth trying. This is like a new leather bag or something. In my opinion, goes more in a masculine direction. But if you prefer, being a woman and you prefer leathery scents, because of this, rose touch, and I think jasmine is also listed here, and violet leaf, it also has some feminine side. It is an interesting fragrance. I think compared to other Tom Ford fragrances, the longevity isn't quite long lasting as the previous one, so maybe it's just my opinion. Tell me, how did you find the longevity of Ombré Leather? As I said, if you like leather, please try it. So, all the negative thoughts about these fragrances, but there is one fragrance that I really, really liked. This tester, I received it from Switzerland, from Zurich. My dear friend Marina brought it from Zurich, because in my town, in my city where I live, ex Nihilo is not represented in the shops. It's a French niche house, and I'm talking about Iris Porcelana. New release, new fragrance of 2022. Simple notes listed here: iris, rose, white musk, sandalwood, and that's it basically. But this is such a nice, delicate, sophisticated fragrance. Oh my goodness, it goes in the cosmetic powdery direction. It is a powdery scent because of the iris note, but it's not straight into your nose. It's not dry powder. It is a scent dedicated to second skin, very delicate, very exquisite and sophisticated. It's not going to be offensive. It's absolutely inoffensive fragrance, office appropriated. Just just like you came out of the shower and you just smell nice. You just smell clean, very delicate. Comparing this iris scent to another iris scent that I already talked about, Iris des Champs by Ubigan. I would wouldn't say that they are completely similar, but they go in a similar direction. This fragrance is also dedicated to iris, but here it has some lightly touch of carrot. You know, iris sometimes tend to have this carroty feeling, undertone going on. Iris Porcelana doesn't have this carroty touch. So if you don't like fragrances that go in a little bit carroty direction, well, this is a perfect choice. It's quite expensive, 50 milliliters, a cost around 180 euros. Quite expensive, I would say. Another fragrance that I recently tested was the Revenge of Lady Blanche by Behaligons. It goes also in the similar direction. Very powdery, delicate, but Lady Blanche has daffodil as a fragrant note there, so quite different but similar direction. So I think if you have this one, or you have Lady Blanche, you don't have to necessarily to have this one, but if you prefer very delicate, inoffensive, sophisticated fragrances, second skin fragrances, well, this is a very, very nice choice. And although it's so delicate and inoffensive, I can detect it, I can smell it on my skin for some hours, which is, you know, good for fragrances like that. So I'm quite happy that I got my hands on this tester. I don't think I'm going to buy it because I personally prefer the Iris de Champ more, because it is more noticeable. The carroty touch doesn't bother me, and it is, I think it's more, this one is more long lasting on my skin, but I will consider this one in case that this one finishes soon, which I don't think. It's 100 milliliters, so I think this is going to last. But if I find this one with a good price, I will keep looking. Okay, these were the fragrances that I wanted to share my thoughts about with you. If you tried them, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.